Hey guys, I'm Will.
And I'm Kyle.
And welcome to Hollywood Multipass. Because of what's happening recently globally, a lot of public events are closed down, including sporting events, concerts, and movie theaters. With AMC theaters and Regal theaters both closing down, and a lot of other movie theaters as well, it's really hard to go out and see movies. And that means it leaves a lot of you stuck at home with cabin fever.
So in lieu of the situation, we read an article written by Forbes talking about what Universal Pictures is doing in their situation and being able to release their movies. So they've chosen to do a new platform, and what it is they're doing videos on demand. So all their new movies, instead of releasing them in theaters because they're all closed, they're choosing to release them in-home for viewers.
And this is totally unprecedented. Just last week, you were able to see The Invisible Man, The Hunt, and Emma, and this Friday, you're going to be able to see them again on video on demand.
With this movement moving forward, this is going to be a test to see if it's profitable for Hollywood studios. There has been things like this done in the past with Paramount in the early 2000s where they released videos, new releases for in-home viewers, and Universal Studios had their own crack at it back in the early 2010s with their movie Tower Heist. Now back then they were charging about $60 to be able to see it in home, and so real life situation, not one person is going to pay that $60 to see it, so you get a group together and you'd split up the money. But in reality, Universal chose not to release Tower Heist on demand. They kept with the traditional movie releasing. Obviously, Netflix and Hulu, they already do something like this. Their new movie releases are streamed, so you don't go to the movie theaters for that, but it's a different approach because they don't ask for an additional fee. It's already part of your monthly subscription.
So this is good news for you, the viewer, getting new releases at home, but this could be potentially bad news for movie theaters. Why? Because movie theaters thrive on your business, and since they're all closed right now, they're losing that business. But let's think back at Netflix. Netflix used to be a DVD mailing service, so you would subscribe to them, put in your queue what movies you want, and they would mail it to you, and then you send it back. Obviously, they're not like that now. Because of Netflix's success, and also Redbox at the time, this essentially made Hollywood Video and Blockbuster Video extinct. Could this also happen to movie theaters? If everyone wants to see movies at home, what's the point of going to a movie theater? This is bad because some movies are meant to be seen on the big screen. You're there for the experience. You can't imagine seeing Avatar living in the world of Pandora in a small box of your TV screen. It's just not the same.
That's very true, and Universal Studios is actually paving the way to do this approach, which is the on-demand streaming of the new movie releases. And the other studios haven't indicated that they're following immediately after, but we can assume that they're going to because it's not like they're just going to give up the game. They want to survive just like Universal Pictures as well. But time will tell as far as if this is going to be successful, if this is going to be the future of our new movie releases.
And with what's going on globally, there's a long list, and it's potentially growing, of movies that are delayed or postponed at the moment. We've got Mulan, A Quiet Place Part 2, the latest Bond release, No Time to Die, and just today it was announced that Black Widow is going to be postponed.
I believe there's Fast and Furious number 9 as well.
That's not going to be released until next year.
So for me, the pros and cons of this situation, I'm looking at my movie theater experience. Now right now the theaters are closed, only temporarily, for the unforeseeable future, but it's not like they're going to close forever. There'll be a time where they do open up again and I do look forward to being able to enjoy my movie experience, especially with those big blockbuster movies where you need that sound quality, you need that big screen, and sometimes if you want to go for it, that 3D aspect. And so our movie theater is going to close forever. I feel like if people have the mindset that I do where you need those things to enjoy a particular movie, there will always be a call for a movie theater.
And for me, I'm trying to think, what if we could do both? What if that's a possibility? Can we release certain movies on demand for those families who don't want to spend, almost $100 for movie tickets for them, their wife, their kids, and then concessions as well? Let's try to save them a few dollars so they can watch it at home, at the comfort of their home, with their family. But with certain releases, like the upcoming Tenet by Christopher Nolan, I would love to see that on the big screen. I feel like you have to see it on the big screen.
I agree. A Christopher Nolan movie constitutes being able to see it in the movie theater. I don't think there's any other way. But there are other movies that I enjoy, like seeing Christopher Robin. I enjoy that movie a lot, but I didn't need to see it on the big screen to change my experience. It was something I could have watched at home.
So I guess it's up to Hollywood to decide what should be released in theaters and what should be released on video on demand. That is, if there's going to be a change after this all blows over. So So what are the pros of movie theaters potentially closing down? Well, there's no more annoying audience members talking throughout the whole movie or explaining the whole movie. When we saw It Chapter 2, there's a guy next to us explaining the whole part 1 of the movie to his girlfriend. Like every single thing. Oh, this is because of this. This is because of that. I was like, oh my God, just shut up. Don't go to the theater trying to explain the first part. Why are you even there if you didn't see the first part?
Exactly.
People just don't follow movie theater etiquette. And people are inconsiderate. It's just going to happen. And that's one of the pros of being at home, being able to enjoy a movie just by yourself. No people talking, no people ruining your movie experience. But some movies deserve to be seen on the big screen. You might be thinking, will they release those postponed movies on video on demand as well? Mulan, the new Bond installment? Probably not. Why? Because they want to make money. And they make most of their money off the box office in theaters. So they're probably going to hold off until theaters are open again. So if you're holding your breath, waiting for that new Mulan movie or the new Bond movie to come out on video on demand, I'm sorry, it's probably not going to happen. It's not likely.
Anyway, these are our 2 cents. Please feel free to leave your own opinion, whether you want to go to the movies all the time, no matter what the movie it is, or just watch it at home or somewhere in between, whether you're deciding which ones you see or you let Hollywood decide.
And since all movie theaters are closed, we won't be able to review any new releases. But since they are doing this video on demand service, we'll be testing that out for you, letting you know if Invisible Man is worth seeing. Maybe we'll test some other movies out. Another thing to mention is a lot of movies that were potentially going to come out in April are getting pushed forward to next week. So if you're looking forward to seeing Birds of Prey or The Gentleman, those will be released next week on video on demand as well.
All right, but for now, see you guys.
Bye.